Hi, it's Dr. Cynthia Clark, acupuncture physician, applied clinical nutritionist, creator of Energy Evolution, and the president of Longevity Wellness. And I just had a very delicious lunch, so I'm still processing it a little bit. And I want to talk to you about the things that make life the best. And I want to start with a little bit of a confession, which is that when I was growing up, I was a very nerdy girl, and I spent a lot of time alone because my dad was a pilot, and I spent a lot of time with adults and with babysitters, and not very much time with other children. And so I learned about what was interesting to adults, but I didn't really spend that much time like playing with other kids or learning what was interesting to other kids at that time. Fortunately, I'm a Capricorn and we age backwards, and it sounds like I'm this is a video dating service or something, but we age backwards, and this is now I have the opportunity in life to get to have some playtime at this stage of my life. So okay, back to when I was a little kid though. So when I was growing up, I was very interested in like math and then in science, and this was all just this was fascinating to me. This was the coolest thing I could imagine. I loved it. I loved it all. I wasn't very athletic for a few different reasons, but that wasn't really the time in my life for that at all. In fact, I never participated in any group sports, and just really didn't do anything physical at all. So I didn't have those dynamics that can take place there. I didn't have any of the bonding that happens with group teams. I grew up mostly in a house where it's just me and my dad, and so I didn't have the bonding that happens with like a lot of other children in the house. And I had my friends at school, but I tended to just have one or two. I was definitely an introvert. And then a little bit later in life, I started visiting my mom, and my mom was like such an extrovert. And her life was so busy and so full that she would take my sister and I to her networking events. And I had to learn how to go from being this like very nerdy bookworm who just wanted to curl up and read a book a day to, oh, now I have to go learn how to instantly start conversations with people that I have never met before in my entire life. I'm much younger than anybody in the room. I have nothing in common with them, and my mom's busy, so she's not going to walk me around and introduce me to anybody. So I really had to learn how to do things on my own, and I started developing respect for that ability, and I started studying it. Like, how do you go about walking up to someone that you've never met before and striking up a conversation and finding something meaningful to connect about? Because introvert, right? Like, I don't want to just chat to chat. I wanted to really talk to people and to connect with them. So it landed me in this totally different place. And over the course of my life, I've had times of a lot of people in life, a lot of people very actively in my life, and I've had times of a very quiet life with very little social activity. And I can definitely say that by far I enjoy the times when there's a lot of love in my life and there's a lot of beautiful people, and I feel especially lucky during those times. And yet relationships with people are complex, and there can be challenges to them. And as much as we might love our friends or family or spouse or children or parents, as much as we might love them, and sometimes it's hard to get along. And even though we really like having them in our lives, there's things that's hard to move through, or things we don't feel like they're hearing that they need to. And so we have these times of difficult communication. And so I found many years ago, right before Thanksgiving, I had something happen with a family member that was really, really, really hard on my heart. And they weren't going to be available to spend Thanksgiving with. And I was really hurt by this. And so right at that time, I happened to find some work. I didn't really know what it was, and find some work that actually walked me through the process of letting go of that. And I'm really, really, really glad I did, because it turns out that that family member did become available, and I didn't want to walk into Thanksgiving holding a grudge for them not being there when they were actually there. That would just be a waste. So instead, I was able to just thoroughly enjoy my time with a family member and with the rest of the people that I was having Thanksgiving with, and just be fully present, just really, really, really be there. And yet I know that a lot of people, it's easy for us to forget how to do this. We can forget how to do it, or sometimes there's just tough things that we, like, how do we do this? Like, I hear you say that it's healthier to move past this, but how do I do that? So I've created a special class. It's energy evolution. So it's how to do energy work, and my several very special, very powerful, very effective techniques. And this one is focused on relationships. I'm teaching this at the beginning of November because holidays are coming up, and I want you to get to enjoy them as I enjoyed mine many years ago, and have enjoyed my holidays ever since, because it's such a meaningful thing to be able to really have great connection with our loved ones. And that can mean like I said, I've been through several different phases of my life. So sometimes that relationship has been with myself, and I needed to enhance my relationship with myself. Sometimes it's been with people living in my house that were, like roommates or spouse, or sometimes it's been parents. As I've done this work with many, many, many people over the years, I've seen it improve relationships across the board, with children, with coworkers, with parents, with spouses. It's one thing that's very dear to my heart, because I think that we were put on this earth to get to enjoy some of the human experiences, and I'm a really hard worker, but I'm a really big believer in great playtime too, and we should get to enjoy them. And sometimes that takes a little bit of work. So just like my triathlons take work, but I get to enjoy them on race day, and I definitely get to enjoy the post-race meal, which is the best. Relationships can be the same way. Sometimes they take work getting there, and sometimes they need a little TLC. And so I invite you to come have fun with us, come participate, come clear the air energetically. So this is different from like talk therapy. We'll be talking about some things, but we'll be doing the energy work. So we're actually clearing things in the moment. And this particular class we're going to be holding at the Hotel Aloft, which is downtown. And I do need your reservations early, because we have to set up the room in a specific way in order to accommodate everybody. We had all of our classes there last year, and it was a great venue. There's a little restaurant right there, so you can get food. You can bring it into the room if you like. There's free coffee and tea, and you can have all that stuff. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I can genuinely say that this work has really deepened greatly my connection with my family members, and I'm so honored and delighted and excited to get to share it with you. So please reserve your seat early with us for this one. Our phone number. And the classes are $149. Special gift this time. So if you are bringing a friend, I'm so proud of you, or family member, I'm so proud of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing this work to help make the world a better place. So it'll just be $25. You get a gift. You get a gift of $25 off your ticket, and they get a gift of $25 off their ticket. So that's really awesome. And then if they turned around and invited somebody else, then they would even get an incentive too. Or if you are one of our VIP members that's on package with us, then you'll get a special $25 incentive, value incentive. So excited. Our class will be on Saturday, November the 10th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I look forward to seeing you. Yay!